Aren't evolving our birth narratives. We are uncovering it so that we can remember it. And this is why we face to the east. Peace. My name is Stacy Patrice, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, if you are a regular here and we talk all the time in the comments, welcome back. I want to get straight to it today. I want to just say, first of all, thank you to those of you who have inquired, who have registered, who have been a part of this astrological journey here with my subscribers here on YouTube. I want to thank you so much for being a part of what it is that I am seeking to create and what it is I am currently engaged in. And I also want to extend an invitation to you, if you have not been a part of that group outside of YouTube, to register for the second cycle of To the East. We are starting April 19th. That is in just about 2 months at the time of this video. We are going to start for our second cycle of To the East. And this is all about what I started this video saying. It is about not looking to make yourself better or change who you were born to be, but to welcome who you're born to be, to accept who you were born to be as a part of your current narrative, which means you have to uncover it and remember it. And remembering it means that you are bringing what it is that you have accumulated, what it is that you have done before into this lifetime with consciousness. And that consciousness allows you to put together the pieces of your story and synthesize exactly what it is that you came here to do, be, and have, right? So I think it's so exciting to me. I mean, I could talk about astrology all day, as I always say, and I can definitely record videos all day about astrology. But the key for me is my sweet spot is working with people. It's not just an exchange of information. It's not just me putting something out there and saying, hey, you all do it this with which you will. There's a certain responsibility that I feel when it comes to sharing information. And sharing information requires context. So when people share information, they just throw it out there and they don't take the time to provide the context. I think that can be potentially dangerous, and it can definitely be disorienting when people don't know what to do with information or who to ask when they have questions about the information, or you're trying to, explain your entire life in a comment on a video, hoping someone reads it. Meanwhile, everyone else is reading and there's no privacy, no confidentiality there. So having a course, having a place where we meet on a regular basis and talk astrology, but specifically my sidereal self-study program, switching to sidereal self-study program is important because I acknowledge that a lot of people have the desire to leave tropical astrology and move over to sidereal astrology, or perhaps understand what it was about tropical astrology that they did not get so that they can better appreciate sidereal astrology. And then there are also people that are just finding out about sidereal astrology and they want to know, is it really worth looking into? Like, what is it that's there that I could possibly understand that would exceed what it is that I already know about astrology, or help me better start astrology through that understanding? Lots of different starting points for lots of different people, right? And I understand that in most people's minds, there is an assembly line that would say you start here, you go here, you go here, and you go there. And that's what To the East attempts to address, right? It attempts to address that there is a wide variety of starting points. And if we can just get the foundations really well, then we can find out where it is we want to go with that information. Like if we want to deepen our study in a certain area or deepen our understanding or application in another area, we're just starting at the place where we can all benefit, whether you know it through tropical, whether you don't know it at all, whether you're a little rusty in your knowing, or whether you want to advance your knowing. There is space for you to learn in the foundational practice that is To the East. We don't go over, checking transits and doing all of the things that require us to be predictive. We don't do that in To the East. To the East is the initial point. It is a valuable starting point for you to come in and to learn what it is that you need to know about how sidereal astrology operates. And we utilize Vedic astrology techniques, terminology, and all of the ways in which synthesis happens in the chart. And we utilize your chart and start with your chart because your chart is the one that you actually have the story behind. It doesn't make sense to look only at other people's charts. We look at your chart because you have the story behind your chart. And whether you share with me or whether you share with your classmates or whether you share it online, doesn't matter. It's your story. Why not have a tool that helps you to match your story to the times? And so, yes, their transits can be important. Their prediction, retrospectively can be important, whether you were predicting accurately or maybe not predicting accurately and want to know what happened there. That's important, but that's another course. The course that I'm talking about is To the East, Switching the Sidereal Self-Study Program. It takes the yogic principles of self-study. It teaches you how to self-study, when you can tell when you're not self-studying, when you squeeze out the time for yourself in your daily life. Like, do you allow space for you to look and reflect upon your own behaviors, your own life, your own self? It's not a psychoanalyzing of self. It is a looking at self through the mirror of astrological formulaic and equational kind of math, right? Like, so when you're thinking about your life, when you look back at who you were as a child, or maybe not even that far, who you were 2 years ago before there was some major conjunction that you heard about, or an eclipse that rocked your world, or whatever these different transit cycles are, who is the person that was experiencing that is the question to ask. And maybe why did it impact that person so much? And that person is you. And in this course that I've created, I have my curriculum that allows me to relate all of these different concepts to things you may understand and be able to sense in other things so that your synthesis comes together and allows you with the perfect compilation of ideas and skills and science and historical ancient ways of looking at what our experiences are here in relation to the cosmos. And I think this is one of the most important things that people can be doing right now, because a lot of people are looking at therapy and they're looking at, understanding themselves through the societal structures and looking at themselves through, political affiliations and possibly looking at themselves through not knowing what the future may hold, what's going to happen ahead. And what I would say is just take a beat and look in, look within. Instead of looking out there, I always say, go within so you don't have to go without, right? Look within. Start to understand your mechanism. Start to understand the way you move, the way you work, the way your cycles show up in your life. Start tracking. Start getting curious. Get intellectual about your inner world. And this is my sweet spot and why I love working with you all so much, whether it is you commenting here or whether it is you in the course or whether it is you sending me a message. Reply though, y'all. Let's talk. Let's not just make an assumption. Assumptions kill the livelihood of what it is you're looking for. So ask the questions. There's no question too big for me. There's no question you can ask me that I'll say, why are they asking me that? I don't get offended over those things. I know if you land in my universe and I am with you in your universe, that there is an exchange that is potentially sensed that we are trying to find the solution for. And so whether I can be of service or not, maybe there is another way. Maybe there is something I can share with you to help you on your way, even if it's not into space with me on a one-on-one or group setting. And it's all good. I do this through courses that I create, and there will be more courses that I create around. But this To the East is a prerequisite course, which means once you have completed all aspects of this 8-week course, you are automatically available and already, ready to do the next course. I don't know why the word is escaping me right now, but you are already, I don't want to say vetted, but it allows you to be able to take the next course, right? Because you already have these foundations that you know and can be referenced and you're working with and the worksheets that you're given and your dashboard and your chart that you're given. So you already have these tools and resources. And so what would be available to you at that point would be other courses to take it further, other teachers that may come into the fold with work that I'm doing, other, ways in which you can context this information. And there's so much there for you. So my goal is to have at, let's say, why can't we have 100 of you in 2026 heading to the East? Why not? Because there are a ton of people spreading miscalculations and spreading lots of information that are not coming from an informed space. And if we want to try and start finding ways to make sure people are better informed in this free speech that we have, then let's do the work. So join me to the East. You can go to my website, stacypatrice.com/, to the East. I will put the site link there in the description. And make sure you like and subscribe here to stay tuned for more astrology videos, which are available to you without signing up for the course. I have a whole astrology playlist here. I look forward so much to talking with you. I look forward to having you in the course, whether you are paying in full and getting the price advantage from paying in full, or whether you would like to enroll for the payment plan. Right now, you have 3 months worth of payments that are possible enrolling in the payment plan by enrolling early. And so I look forward to hearing from you. If you would like to request a consultation, by all means, reach out. Let me know what it is that you would like to do. I can use astrology or not use astrology, but my sweet spot is sidereal astrology. But I am also versed in human design and other forms of understanding numerology and things of that nature that might be something that we can look at because of the systems that are included within that are also part of my yogic walk and practice. Okay. I look forward to speaking to you, and I hope to see you at the next video. Comment below if you have questions or if you are interested in anything said in this video. Otherwise, send me an email at stacypatrice.com. All right. Peace.